She was still closing it, and suddenly she started seeing. She said, "Oh, I can see, I can see, I can see." The husband was surprised. "You can see?" "Yes, I can see everything." She saw everything. They hugged each other, they cried. I was looking at them. They're just like children. They were jumping at each other. She could see perfectly with that eye. Then they traveled home. Now, they gave me this story after it had been on. A few days later, she was doing her house chores and she collapsed. Oh, maybe the heart was not healed. She collapsed. They had to call the ambulance. So the ambulance came and they took her straight to the hospital. But when they got to the hospital and the doctor began to check her, then the doctor stopped and said, "Where did you go to?" She said, "What is it?" He said, "Who performed the surgery?" Said, "You had surgery." The woman said, "I didn't have surgery." He said, "But this is not the heart that you had before." He said, "You have a heart that is like a 15-year-old girl's heart." What a neat surgery. No sign of the cut, no sign. She said, "I went to Jesus." Hallelujah. I like it when I've had to deal with people who could not believe. I had a case with a man who was blind, completely blind. And the Lord said to me, "You prayed for that man, he's healed." So I went to him. I said, "Sir, can you see me?" He said, "No." I said, "But God just told me that he healed you." He said, "I can't see anything." I said, "But God does not lie. He just told me that he healed you." He said, "Well, I can see." His son was with him. It was his son who was holding him to take him around. So the crowd was there, so I took him by the hand, I brought him to the middle of the crowd. I said, "This man came here blind, and God told me that he healed him. And here he is telling me that he's not healed." The man spoke out, he said, "I can't see anything." The whole crowd laughed. So, well, he thought he was putting me on the spot. No, you can't put me on the spot. I didn't write the Bible. I just believe like you, right? I didn't write it. So I can dare believe God, right? So I said to him, "But God said he healed you." He said, I can't see anything." I said, "Stop saying you can't see. Because God does not lie." He said, "If I can see, I will say I can see. But now I can't see." I said, "Don't talk again." So I took him by the hand. I said, "Come." I said, "Look at the lights." He said, "I can see the light." I said, "Don't talk again." He said, "But you asked me a question." I said, "Okay, don't talk. Look." He didn't see anything. I took him closer. I said, "Look." Now the crowd's watching us. He couldn't see anything. But now he wouldn't tell me anything because I said, "Don't talk again." So I pushed him closer. I said, "Look." Suddenly, his two eyes opened. The crowd went bananas. They went wild. Oh, what a night, what a night. And all the other things that happened. My most beautiful part of it was, as we closed, and I sat somewhere at the edge, watching as the crowd dispersed, I saw the man, he and his son, in a dialogue. It was as though, I couldn't hear them, but it was as though he was asking him if he could see, and then I noticed he made his son like, go ahead, I'll follow you, I can see. And I saw the two of them going home like that. 1 year later, I sent certain people to go there and visit those that we had reached. And they saw this man going from place to place, house to house, preaching to others about Jesus Christ.